Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I just completed the runs of LMX last week and I have done some experiments, done some research, and I could say that LMX is the best ball holder for right now. So you can just throw away your Hela and play LMX right now. And since this is just 7 days of my experiment, so if you have something for me such like the feedback or maybe correcting my explanation or maybe have something to discuss, you can comment below and we will do some discussion. And if there is something that you want me to test, I can help you. So let's go for the summary for the LMX strength in 6v6. So as for my experiment and for my past experience, I could say that this LMX has two scenarios for safe orb collection. I will tell in details later. And also, this job is the best man holder that can save your Saint. So if you compare this job to the previous jobs, which they don't have much skills to save the Saint, this one is a big game changer because you have lots of skill to save your Saint. And it also has super Stardy and high reduction. And on top of that, this one is a cheating job because you can use the Ymir switch, you can create HP shield more than 10 million that can eat Harvester and also has low cooldown. You can push it to 9 seconds without the help of cooldown reduction equipment, and it is a party buff and also undispellable, so it's quite a cheating job. And the last, this one is quite similar with Wrath. If you remember that Wrath before in map 3, Wrath is having advantages for switching the role from the tank into DPS, which Hela cannot do that. And now LMX can do that by switching from tank into DPS. Especially this is very useful for map 3. Okay, let's go for the scenarios for safe orb collection. So there are two scenarios for safe orb collection. The first one is Big Bang Shumai. This skill will make a disarm effect around 5 meters when you are cooking. So this one is better if you cast this around 5 seconds before orb collection. So when you are reaching the middle, 1 second before orb show up, and the enemies around you will be turned into Shumai that cannot attack or move for 3 seconds. So you can safely pick the orb without any disruption. As for note that if there are enemies who are hitting you, your orb collection will be cancelled. But you have to take into notes that in the game, the LMX is not only you. Your enemy who have LMX can also do the same. So it will be the game that whoever casts the Big Bang Shumai first, you will be the winner. Because if both of you and your enemies approaching the middle and both of you casting Shumai, the one that can finish the cooking faster will turn the enemies into a Shumai and cancel their cooking. So you will be on advantage if you can cast it before the enemies. Secondly, if your Big Bang Shumai is on cooldown, because you know this one has 20-second cooldown and it cannot be reduced, so you have to do a good timing for this. And if there is a scenario that your Big Bang Shumai is on cooldown, you can use the other skill, which is the Sea Bream Continental Seal. So if you read the description, on top of healing yourself and your teammates, it also gives you and your teammates invincibility. Of course, if you are not taking into account the rune, you have a limited restriction that you have to have 4 people teammates including you in your radius. But if you are using the rune can give you invincibility even though the requirement is not fulfilled around 1 until 3 seconds. And if you remember, the collection of orb is around 2 seconds. So if you have rune and you have around 2 second rune, it is already good for orb collection. So that is why if you have these 2 skills, the one that can convert the enemies around you into Shumai for 3 seconds, and you have rune that can have more than 2 second invincibility, you can pick the orb safely if you can time it right. Okay, for the next is the skill sets for the strong buffer saving teammates. So as you can see here, there are 4 skills that can save your teammates. If you compare it to previous Ballholder metas such as Bright Easy and also Hela, they don't have as much skill as these jobs. And most of these skills are very powerful. Let's start from the Crystal Phoenix. This one can give such like anti-fatal, so it's like a Fate Prey, but this one is AOE Fate Prey. So this one is more powerful than Fate Prey, but the range is not that as good as FP, but it can get many people. So your Saint can Fate Prey you, and you can also make your Saint guess the death of the Saint. So both of you can save each other compared to meta job Ballholder before is not as strong as this. And it also can give anti-fatal not only the Saint but also other teammates. So your teammates can depend not only to the FP but also to your buff. And the second one is the Comet Rise. This one is, as I said before, it can give shield. I will give you some more detailed explanation about Comet Rise in the next slide. And the next one and the next 2 are the one that I have said before. If the 2 scenarios before is for orb collection, this one is for defending yourself and also your teammates, because the Big Bang Shumai can give the disarm when you are cooking, so it can hold the enemy's attack, and as the time being you can ask your Saint to do rebuff, you can ask the Saint for doing healing or etc. And also you can use this invincibility, but this one, since the rune only works for yourself, from this one to make it work you need to have 4 people including you. So you need you and you need 3 other teammates who are in the range of your cooking. But it's still, even though the invincibility is not fulfilled, you still can heal your Saint, so it is still quite useful. This is the game changer compared to the meta before, since the meta before don't have this much cipher skills, and these skills can also counter the Harvester, especially for the Comet Rise. So this one is not losing versus Hela. The next one is Super Stardy, especially for when you are cooking. So for the sturdiness, this one is pretty straightforward. If you read the skill description, when you are cooking you will have 70% of damage taken reduction. This one is not only physical but also the magic, and also for every lap you will get additional skill damage reduction and auto attack reduction. This one is also very big for the basic reduction. And when you are cooking you will also get 50% of debuff reduction it with the abnormal CC reduction around 50%, so it's quite good. And then you will have, if you read the rune for the Comet Fred Rise, the one that gives you shield, it also gives you the AA and skill damage reduction. Okay, and then next, so for the Comet Fred Rise, I would like to have special explanation because this one is the very strong point of LMX. So Comet Fred Rise, if you do the Ymir switch to full MATK% for the equips and also the cards, you can generate more than 10 million HP shield to you and to your teammates, and the shield is also absorbing the red damage including Harvester, so this one is quite good for countering the Harvester and other red damage. And also this one is having cooldown that can be reduced. So if you use the buff of LMX that can reduce your cooldown 30%, and you can ask same for using Suffragium, you can get 50% of reduction, which is the cap for the LMX. So out of 18 second cooldown, you can get 9. You can push it into 9 seconds without the help from the cooldown reduction equipment. So this one is pretty crazy. I heard that some people can generate more than 20 million HP shield, so it is almost similar like you are having more than 2 lives, because mostly the Ballholder have HP around 8 until 10 millions, and you can generate more than 20 million. It means that you will have HP as much as 3 people of Ballholders. This is quite crazy. But you have to take into notes that this one is magic attack dependent, so you need, if you want to be a high tier LMX, you need to have high depot attack percent, and you also need lots of equipments for the attack percent switch. Okay, so the last thing, I think the DPS section. So this job is versatile for doing the roll tank into tank DPS, because this job has the anti-death skill. So even though you are using full glass cannon build, you can still survive with this anti-death skill and do the maximum damage. But if that skill is on cooldown, I suggest you to use the hybrid build, to use the damage equipments just enough to kill the DPS in 3 seconds, and the others is just for the reduction. So you won't be easily killed by DPS, and as long as you can kill the DPS first before you are being killed, I think that is very enough and useful, especially for the map 3, since if you are just doing full tank, I think it is not as impactful as when you can kill enemy DPS yourselves. So I think that's all. As I said before, this is still on experimental progress. If you have something that can complement my explanation, or maybe correct my wrong explanation, you can write comments below. And if you have any question, or maybe you want to open some discussion, you can also comment below. Since this is my days of combat and not that too long, I need to catch up with others. If you have some knowledge that I have to know, please let me know. Okay, that's all. Thank you for watching and see you later.